Yo, what is up everybody? Jumpin' here, and I am back with my Noob's Guide for Elden Ring. This is going to be the final episode of this Noob's Guide. We will beat the game. I'm going to get the final ending that I need for a trophy to get my platinum. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. I do have notifications turned on, so we will see that when it pops up. Hopefully nobody messages me or something. That would suck. But we do have 3 more bosses to fight before we can actually beat the game. But before we do that, we do have some cleanup that we need to do. There are things that were pointed out to me by you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do those things. And also, I need to go and activate the remaining Great Runes. There are 6 Great Runes in the game. We've activated 4 of them. We have all 6 of them, but I do need to go and activate the remaining 2. Now, to start this off, I'm at Randy's Rise. And where we're going to go, we did actually meet this guy. There's an NPC, and we met him. He's actually a merchant. But now what we can do is go back to him. I'm pretty sure this triggers once you've beaten her quest line. I just kind of forgot about it. And we can actually find him again and get his bell. That's pretty much it. But it is kind of a unique event. So if you want to make sure you get that, definitely go and get this. So we need to hop down, and while we're at it, let's actually go buy the final puppet as well that this guy is selling. Remember, this was that sorcerer guy with the puppets, and he's dead. So we can actually go over to his dead body and still buy the puppets from him. We only have the 1 remaining, so just go ahead and grab that. Also, I do have some prayer books. I want to go and turn those in and buy those spells. There's a lot of little things to do in this episode. Now, from his location, though, if we kind of just hug this cliff, we're going to come over to where this scarab is, and we can hop on down. Now, once you're down here, you're going to see he's going to start talking. Now, I don't have dialogue on, but he's begging for them to stop. And, yeah, nothing ever happens to the NPCs in the Souls game. Like, everybody always dies. There's always a tragedy. But what's really interesting about this is that when you're down here, this is an area where you cannot actually fight. You can't do any type of action, so you can't like take these guys out or anything. But yeah, he did. They murdered him. We got his bell, and we actually got a puppet as well. So the puppet is probably the thing that matters. But now, let's go get the remaining armors that I need, that I have missed. And these were pointed out, but we need to go to where those sorcerers were, the dead ones. Do you remember the Celine quest line? Well, we had to go and find these dead sorcerers. And once you've beaten her quest line, if you go back to where they are, now this is pretty hidden in my opinion, we can actually go ahead and pick up their armors. And they have unique sorcerer-like armors. Nothing that I would ever wear, but you know, hey, it's armor, let's go and pick it up. Now, the other one that we need to go and find is from her hideout, which is actually all the way over here. And this one is like deeper in, so I'm gonna have to like run past a lot of guys and everything, but I'm not gonna fight anything. I'm just gonna run for it. Let me turn my lantern on. And yeah, we just need to dart through here, get to where that dead sorcerer was. This is the one that actually gives you that pretty nice spell, which I do believe they have nerfed, unfortunately. And it's just the reality of like this walkthrough. And of like a lot of walkthroughs is that certain things, like if somebody was doing a walkthrough with like a sorcerer build and they were using really overpowered spells, if they nerf those things, that's a bummer, because if you're watching this in the future, that's always a possibility. Now I need to figure out where exactly do I go from here? I do not know. I don't want to drop down. Yeah, I really don't want to drop down there because there's one of those big guys. I don't think it's down there. At this point, though, I believe... No, I'm not. I was going to say I might be screwed. But what we can do, leave me alone, is that we can go this way. I do remember that this is about the halfway point of this dungeon. So, leave me alone, dude. Let's jump over here. Come on this way. And I believe this is where we need to hop down to get to where this dead sorcerer is. I could be wrong, though. Oh, God. I feel like I'm wrong. This does not look right to me, but let me hop down. And is there, like, a random sorcerer down here? That's what we're looking for. Yep. And it actually cast that spell against you. So just run on past. I should have actually killed it. because I probably won't be able to teleport now. But pick up that armor. I've seen that armor before, especially that ugly giant helmet. And yeah, I've always wondered, like, how do you get that? Now I know. So thank you guys for pointing this out to me. Now, the next place that we're going to go is we will go ahead and activate one of these great runes. Now, the first one is very easy because we already have the location. Now, we found this. This was from crossing that bridge at the capital. This is the Divine Tower of East, and we can just go ahead and travel over there. You should also have this grace if you've been following the guide. This is the Blood Lord, his great rune where you activate it. So let's go ahead and run on over here, and we can take the elevator up. Unfortunately, with these elevators, they actually take forever to get to the top. Now, one thing you might notice is that I did change my look. There is a reason for that. It's actually because of the final boss. But also, this helmet, this great hood. Now, I'm not saying you have to wear this outfit. It's really not that important. But I did want to just change the way I looked, and I thought, hey, this makes a lot of sense. Somebody pointed this out, too, that this great hood is really nice. Because you want, like, holy defense. If you have holy defense, now, not every piece has holy defense, but you do want some, and this helmet actually gives you the most. But one thing about this helmet is that it also will increase intelligence and faith, but it will lower your health. Now, the health that you lose isn't like a really big deal. It's not a lot. But the big thing about the helmet is that we are going to want some faith, and we do need the intelligence for this weapon, which can save some points. Because I did go ahead and respec the build, which I will also be talking about. But there is a grace up here. I must have missed this when I came up the first time. Let's go ahead and touch this and get the great rune. And then we can actually make our way to the final great rune that we need to activate, which a lot of people really like this final one because it gives you the Bloodborne effect. So what that means is that when you get hit, as long as you don't get hit again, if you attack, you can actually recover some health that way. So that's really nice. And there are builds out there which are like these vampire lifesteal builds that can use that great rune, and yeah, they are pretty cool because you can get all your health back like instantly once you get hit. But for this build, I don't really see the point of that. I'm going to stick with the great rune I've been using the entire time. I'm not going to switch it up now. But let me go ahead and show you where we need to go, because this is kind of funny. We got to go all the way back to the very bottom of the map. Now, do you remember this? The Tower of Return. I talked about this at the time, which I said I wasn't going to go over there because there was no reason, really. I was going to wait until we actually got the great rune. Now, I wasn't exactly sure, and I couldn't remember which great rune it was. But yeah, it's kind of funny that this is the final episode, and now we're finally going to go and mess with that. So, you can go ahead and put a beacon down. I'm not going to because I know where I'm going. But one thing I did notice as well is that there are like a bunch of graves over here that I missed. So, I can come over here and loot this, but there's really no reason. I mean, these are such low-level runes at this point. It doesn't really matter. But, you know me, I want to pick everything up, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we will head to the tower. Now, what happens at this tower is that there's going to be a chest. And the chest is going to teleport you to an area, which is in the capital, but you can't really do anything there. And there is a golem boss, well, mini boss, whatever you want to call it, and it is really, really strong. Now, for us, at this point of the game, we're going to wreck it. But at the beginning of the game, even if you have like a really powerful weapon, like a plus 10 weapon, it still is a very challenging fight because you have to knock it down, and when you knock it down, you can actually do some really nice big damage to it, but knocking it down can be tricky. Now, with this weapon, we're going to knock him down almost instantly, and we'll be able to pretty much two-shot him. But these golems have like insane health, like 20, 30,000 health, something like that. And yeah, it's just ridiculous. But once we get to the top, just go ahead and run over to the chest. Let's open that up. And it's going to trap us and take us to where we need to go. Look how little damage they do. That is really funny. Hello? Can I be taken? Oh, I guess because I didn't stand next to it. I did not know that was even possible. If you open a trap chest, if you run out of the way, you don't get trapped? That's very cool. But once we get there, we will fight the golem. There is a grace here as well. So if you did come over here because you were just curious, you may have the grace. You don't have to go back to the Tower of Return. But one thing that happens when you come here, and you're not at the end of the game, is that you can fight the golem. There is a chest with a talisman. The talisman is like completely like garbage. I don't remember exactly what it does. I just know it's not very good. But there is a teleporter in here. And the teleporter in here will take you to where you want to go, the Divine Tower, to activate this Great Rune. Now aim for the foot. The foot will allow you to knock him down almost instantly. So just a couple of these, he falls over. I mean, yeah, look at his health. Already I've hit him for 7,000. It's very hard to see. Yeah, there's the health right there. 15,000. Now I can just aim at the foot again and hit that. And honestly, I could probably just do this to finish him off. Don't even need to bother with the crit. And he gone. Like I said, he's very hard when you are at the beginning of the game. That's the talisman. Now we can go over to the teleporter. What did I just get? Oh my god, that's a pretty rare drop. The Golem's Halberd. I'm kind of glad I grabbed that. Cool. But for this teleporter to actually be active like it is, you have to beat that area that we beat in the last episode. So like that's like the super end of the game. And of course, to get this Great Rune, you also have to be at the super end of the game. So that's the reason I never wanted to come over here, and I pretty much avoided it. Now, I did also respec this build, so I want to talk about that. It's very difficult to talk about that type of stuff whenever I have this Great Rune active. Plus, I also have this talisman that raises my stats. But one of the things that I did was I went for 18 intelligence. That way, with the hood, I'm at 20. This weapon requires at least 20. I'm always thinking, like, let me make sure I have everything set up, just in case the Great Rune isn't active, right? Now, the Faith, the reason I grabbed that is because there is a spell that we're going to use for the final boss fight. It's going to make the final boss fight a lot easier, but you need 27 Faith for that. So I went for 25 Faith. So, the Great Hood will give me 2 intelligence and 2 Faith. And yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And also, I put the rest of the points into my vigor. I got that up to 60 like normal. I got my endurance up to like 35, 34, somewhere around there. And I got my strength and my dex up to 50. That's where I just left them. So I did lose some damage and stuff, but it's all good because that Faith is going to make a big difference for the final boss fight. So here is the Great Rune. We can go ahead and activate this. If you want to try this out, you can. Just be aware that obviously you're going to lose all those stat bonuses. That's the reason I like this one that I have so much, is because you get +5 to every stat. That's really nice, especially because it does give me more FP and stuff. It's helpful. Now I do want to also show you, look where we are on the map. I mean, we are like literally in the middle of nowhere. That's crazy. But now, I'm going to head over to the capital. But before we actually start messing with the capital, there's another place I want to go. We're going to go back to the Forbidden Lands. Now, the Forbidden Lands is after the capital. But this is really kind of cool. The capital is completely destroyed. It's like covered in ash. But if we go backwards from the Forbidden Lands, we are going to get access to a location that we couldn't if we were actually in the capital. And there is a legendary talisman, the final legendary talisman that we need. So if you're going to follow in the guide, you should get your trophy or your achievement at that point. And it is a very good one. So I'm going to go and get that first, but I'm going to cut this ahead. I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty. Now we do have to get past all this stuff. And I just remembered, this is kind of important, I do need to go and grab an armor set that I missed in the last episode. A lot of you guys actually pointed this out, so thank you. And I was going to go get that first, but then it just slipped my mind. I was thinking about all this other stuff I wanted to go and grab. And I'm hoping that I'm not going to forget something that I thought about and I knew about because you guys either pointed it out or I was planning on going to get it, but somehow I just had a slip of mind. Now make sure you're actually running in the direction of the capital. So there is that Divine Tower we were just at. which if you didn't have that grace, this is how you can get to it still. But now we're just going to run past these guys. I wish you can get on your horse, but you can't, so we actually have to run on foot. But like I said, this is going to take us back to the capital, and this is actually challenging. This is straight up challenging. Now, what I would recommend is that you can always just run for it, grab the talisman, and then just leave. That works. It works fine. Leave me alone, dude. Please. Thank you. But that's really no fun for me, so I'm going to actually fight these mini-bosses. Now, there's been this mini-boss throughout the entire game. I don't really know how to describe them properly, but we have to fight 3 of them right now. Now, the worst thing that can ever happen is when you have to fight 3 of them at the exact same time. That would be a disaster. You do not want that to happen. So hopefully I can actually fight them one at a time, but we will see. But like I said, you can always just run for it, grab the talisman, and get out of there. I don't think there's any items. I don't think there's anything besides the talisman in this location. I did actually explore it and looked around to double check. I'm pretty sure it's just a talisman. I'm going to look again, but I don't think there's anything else. So we need to take this elevator down, and then once we get down there, I hope I don't die. That's the one thing. Like, I want to get this talisman. It's a very good one. I guess I'll spoil it. It doesn't really matter. But it's going to be the +2 version of this. So we get more HP, more stamina, more equipment load. All of that will help a ton. You definitely want that talisman. So you remember this location where we got to the elevator? There was like that red lion. Now, if you are missing certain items and stuff that you didn't grab when you first ran through here, like let's say like this up here, it would be there right now. So keep that in mind. All right. Basically, this is a trap as well. One thing you'll notice is that you see all the ash. That's how you know this is different. And yeah, we have that guy there. We definitely want to try to get him on us like quick and then kind of run back because he's going to try to get to the other one. So once you hit him, let me back up. And you can literally like run all the way back to the staircase. I think that's a good strategy. Now, watch out for the grab. That's always the big thing with these guys. You do not want to get grabbed by them, and you can knock them down. This weapon is really, really good against them. And remember, these are in-game level enemies, so this guy is tough. There's no doubt about it. He's fallen over. I just want to get the crit. Because there's 3 of them, you want to conserve your FP. You do not want to just spam it like crazy. He's probably going to blow up. Yes, he is. So run away and block. Now I'm going to spam again, and hopefully I can not get hit and knock him down. Okay, the camera is very annoying from that angle. Oh, there's the grab. No, I'm dead. Well, it was nice knowing you guys. That sucks. Am I dead? Yeah, I'm dead. Okay. Damn. Alrighty, well, definitely I want to send this back up. That way I can save some time if I do die. These guys do not respawn. So there are 3 of them, but if you could take like 1 or 2 out and then you die or something, it's going to make it easier if you're actually fighting these guys. Remember, like I said, you can always just run for it, go and get the talisman and say screw it. You don't get any like special item for killing all the enemies. You just get XP. That's it. And I do believe they are worth like 20,000 a piece, so it could be worth it in that regard. But let's go ahead and try to get this guy on us. Remember, be careful just because if you run too far out, you're going to trigger the second one. And you definitely don't want that. Okay, that's the grab, so make sure you dodge whenever you see him do that. And knock him down, knock him down. Ow. That was an issue. Okay, leave me alone for a second. Let me chug. Back it up. Come on, get it off. I knew he was going to fall over. And I'm going to go in for the crit. I'm just trying to save my FP potion. And he's going to blow up, right? You're going to blow up? No, you're not. Okay, cool. Gonna blow up now? Yes, you are. That explosion has a lot of range, so do that twice. Now I'm going to try to... Ow! Leave me alone, dude. I want to get to the staircase. Oh my god! This was a bad idea. Let me lock on. That is the grab again. Okay, need to quickly double chug. And I'm just trying to get to the staircase. The staircase should actually work pretty good. I don't think he can come up here. At least not. Yep, he can't. He's gonna like kind of de-aggro. So yeah, you can kind of cheese a little bit from the staircase. Ow. Where you can try to get some hits off. Just make sure you block all that. And a couple more. He's gonna fall over again. There we go. 4 hits and he will fall over. And can I get the crit? No, I cannot. Oh, okay. Maybe the staircase isn't very good. He's blowing up again. Okay. Do this. Come on. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's the grab. There's no way that's hitting me. That's the one thing about the staircase, is that you can use your range like this, and also he can't really grab you. Okay. Actually, this would be the angle right here. That would be amazing. Because I don't even think he could really hit you from there. And will you die, please? There we go. Okay, now I haven't used my mix potion yet, because I plan on trying to spam like crazy against one of these guys. Now let's run out, and one will come out here. The ground is shaking, so there he is. Lock on. And of course I'm gonna miss. That's fine though. That's the grab. Dodge. Okay. That's his fire breath attack, which you do take some damage. He's trying to grab again? I think he was. I'm just trying to back up here so he follows me. And do this. Hopefully he falls over. Come on, please, fall over. There we go. Quickly. Oh, no. I wanted to chug that. I didn't mean to put the shield on like that. Blow up. Come on, fall over. I'm gonna get hit, but I don't care. Wow, somehow I didn't get hit. And this should just kill him, hopefully. And it did. Nice. Now, the other one that's out here, I'm pretty sure is on the left side. So I do believe I can actually run up and grab this talisman. And I should be good and safe. I only have one more FP potion. So I'm going to try to save that and use my attack at least once. I could also pop my Great Rune. That will give me a little bit more FP. So the ground is shaking, but let's grab this. Thank you. All legendary talismans. Awesome. Now let me... Why am I chugging that? I literally am doing exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. He doesn't see me. Very interesting. Hopefully I can get 4 of these off before I get hit. I did. Nice. Definitely got to get this crit. Come on. And yeah, I'm going to have to melee him. I'm definitely going to have to melee him. Let me back up. Let's do 2 of these real quick and try to block it. I did. Nice. Now I'm going to run in for jump attacks. Jump attacks will do some good damage and stuff. There's the grab. Dodge through that. Jump. Oh my god, what am I doing? Let me get close. Jump. Maybe one charged heavy and he might fall over again. If he does, he might be dead. Yes. Charge it up. Got the second hit off. Let me get the crit. Awesome. This might kill him. No, it didn't. But a jump attack might. And of course he has like 1 HP. Oh god. There we go. Got him. And like I said, you don't really get anything, but if you look around, I mean, all of this does look familiar. This is where the dog was, remember? The innocent dog that I murdered because I'm a monster. And like I said, if you look around here, you can, but I don't think there's any items. We've already grabbed all of it. And now, let me go back to this other location, because I almost forgot about this. We need to go to the Grace, which is beside the Great Bridge. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this ahead. I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty. Well, we need to actually head over to where this invasion occurred. And I do believe that basically there's a Somber stone or some type of smithing stone that I also missed over there. Because I just didn't even walk over there. But we do have to actually jump down to this like elevator, which is going to take us to a chest, which will give us this armor. And the armor is actually kind of cool. I like the way it looks. Didn't really like the helmet, but I liked everything else. So this is it right here. Remember the ladder? That takes us down to where that legendary talisman was in the evasion. Over here, that was the upgrade material that I'm missing. And we can go ahead and jump down. There is an enemy down there, so let's do a jump attack on him. And, oh wow. That was pretty nice. If I would have got the guard counter, it would have been much better. Let me get the backstab. There we go. Awesome. And just do one heavy. He did. I think that's it for the enemies. So pick that up. And now we need to use this lever so that we can get the elevator up. And we can go down there. Interesting. I wonder, can I actually, like, get off the elevator a little early? I think you can. Let me check this out. First, let me go down. I'm gonna go down first, but yeah, you can definitely... Oh, okay. So where that is right there was where those birds are. And you can actually see that there is something down here. It looks like it's an elevator, but... I mean, I don't think you can really use this as a shortcut or anything like that. But here is the chest. There is the armor, which is the Drake's armor. Pretty cool. And let's run over this way and see. Is there anything over here? No, I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, looking around here, pretty wicked. I mean, this whole area, look at those tornadoes, man. It's so sick. Like I said, the one downside to this area that I don't like is how gray it is, but I do like it. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and finally head over to this Grace, which is the new Grace that we unlocked. So it's going to be in the capital, but the entire capital is ash. I'm going to cut this ahead. I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, now the very first thing that we should go and do is actually that NPC. We still have that quest line, and I just forgot about something else. I know I'm gonna forget stuff, because the moment I start doing something, I remember. It's crazy. By the way, there are a couple items spread around this area. I don't think there's anything like super good or special, but there are items. And I'll try to find at least a couple of them. Hopefully, I will get most of them, but I'll probably miss something. Nothing is like stupidly important. Well, the things that are important, I will definitely point out. So there was an item there. If we run up here, there's an item. But what we're looking for to find this NPC is the spear, right? So you got like the spiral spear. And at the end of it, we will find this guy. Now, we want to talk to him, and when we reload the area, we can actually get stuff from him. Because, of course, he's gonna die, like everybody. So make sure that he's repeating himself, and we should be good. Now, also, we can find Gold Mask. Remember him? Let's go do that first, because there is actually, like, a Grace we can go get here as well. But if we come over here, up there, that's where we need to actually go if we want to fight the boss. But, and I know you may not remember this, but when you're in the capital, you can actually see that there's an item across like this broken bridge. And I pointed out at the time that we can eventually get to it. Well, now we can. So make sure you jump, because I think you could fall off right there if you just run. So pick that up. Don't ask me why that's a smithing 6. I mean, you can't get it till this point of the game, right? Now, there are these enemies over here. I don't think these enemies have anything, but I'm just going to chug that and pretty much just kill them all. Why not? So, just spam away until this thing dies. And I'm definitely going to go to this other location because I do want to turn in that one item from Alexander. I don't know if you remember that. But we had that little tiny jar. Uh-oh. Get out of that. There was that little tiny jar, which was added with a patch. It was technically like DLC. But one of the things that we need to do with that jar is we actually need to give that little jar Alexander's, like, inners. And basically we can get a reward for that. So definitely need to go and do that. So over here, now this is kind of important, I guess. We're going to get the key item. And again, by the way, when we reload the area, we can come back to this spot and get that armor as well. But the thing is that that's one of the endings right there. So, yeah, pretty important. Now, let me actually go back. Before I start teleporting and stuff, there are places to go, and let me grab this one item, and then I will actually drop down to this one spot where we can get another really good talisman. It's not legendary, of course, but it is actually a very good one. So let's come back over this way, and there is an item on one of these roofs over here, so let's go grab that. So just come on over here, and you basically just need to jump up. Let me double check real quick. Can we get up over here? Yes, you can. So this actually works too. So just jump up, and then you need to jump across to get to where the item is. You can see it. I'll try to point it out. It's across. I don't see it. Yeah. Okay, now I do. You can barely see it, but it is there. So just get ready, run, and jump, and pick up the item, which is just a rune, which is fine. Let me try to make this jump, and I don't think there's anything else that we can get from here. I could be wrong, though. I'm gonna be honest. But now let's go back to where that spear was, and we can actually drop down. There is a hole that we can drop down. Now, this talisman is located in the sewers. Now, this is the reason why the sewers, like I said, is an in-game area, because you can get access to it from this point of the game. So if you're wondering, like, why the sewers felt so hard compared to, like, the capital, well, this is why. So make sure you look before you drop down, but go ahead and drop down. And I can barely see because of my mic, but I think it's safe from here. So let me drop down, and one more time, and we'll get to the item. But I also pointed this item out. Oh God, this is bad. From the angle I'm sitting and my stupid Yeti microphone, I can barely see where I'm going. I hope this is right. Okay, please don't mess this up. There we go. Nice, let's pick this up. So it's a +2, but that is the talisman that will give you more HP. So it's definitely worth using. So let me go ahead and now go back over here. So we need to go back to this little jar village and just talk to the jar. And I do believe we need to reload the area. Remember, the big thing with this area was you reloaded it, and you reloaded it, and you reloaded it. Well, I think we have to do that one more time, but maybe I'm wrong. Now, I don't know if you can actually see this guy when he's big. Maybe you can, I don't know. But you can give him the Alexander item, and does he give me the thing now, or do I have to reload? Okay, I'm probably going to have to reload, yes. Okay, so let's just go ahead and reload the area. I don't even know what this jar talisman does. I know it's a talisman. I'm pretty sure that we're about to get. I may actually try to find it and read it, because I've never gotten this before. Let's pick this up, and yes, that is a talisman. And let me try to see. Oh yeah, by the way, definitely put this on. I mean, that is awesome. And let me try to find this. There it is. Yeah, like, who cares, right? Throwing pots? Really? I don't get it. Again, you know, it would be cool if we could actually see him later on, because he's gonna grow up and be a big jar just like Alexander, I guess. But whatever. Now, need to go back to the capital and actually go and pick up those items. Because remember, since we talked to those NPCs, now we can actually grab some armors and stuff. And the bell as well from that brother guy. So I'm going to cut this ahead. I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, well, let's go and grab these items. But also, there is another spot out here that we can mess with. Now right away I can already see that there's an item in front of me. Let me go get this grace too. It's not really that important, but I do want to go and grab it. Now, I also think, and I could be wrong on this, so I'm going to experiment, but there is that little monkey guy who can alter your outfits and stuff. he is still going to be in this location. So over on this left side somewhere, we can actually find where this grace is. We're going to find like a staircase, and that's going to take us to a previous grace that we've had before, but we do need to go ahead and use it again. So here's the item from that guy, and we got his bell, and yeah, I am in the wrong location. So let me run back. It's very confusing out here. I'm just going to be straight up with you, just because it is a massive desert. That's what this is, basically. And you can't use your horse. Now, don't ask me why you can't use your horse. I think you should be able to use your horse out here. It would be actually a lot of fun to ride around on the horse out here, but it's over this way. So this is actually like kind of going maybe backwards from the grace. You got to turn around or something. But you know you're in the right spot when you see the staircase. And now we can go up, and we will basically just hit this grace. And if you remember, and I almost forgot about this too, but this little guy, like I was talking about how we have the golden needle and that you can give it to him and like complete his little quest line or whatever. And it doesn't really matter, to be honest. It's not like the biggest thing. But I do believe to actually trigger this, we need to actually own some of the boss armor. I know that somebody pointed this out to me because I was like, why is this not working? I don't have any options. Somebody said, like way back when, I need to actually have some boss armor to make this work. So I will actually get some, and I will come back to him, because I don't think I have any still. So if we talk to him, yep, there's no option. But I will try to remember, hopefully, to actually come back to him and complete that as well real quick. So we need to go and fight this boss, but where the dragon is, if you look around, you can see where that dragon is, we can actually get over there. Now, do you remember, like, when you're in the capital, you do actually have to climb up the dragon to get that one spot? Well, we can get back to that spot. Now, the graces are not there anymore, but we can actually get a ancient Somber smithing stone from over in this location. And again, like I said, who knows? There might be a small item somewhere around here. I don't know, but, you know, if you see anything, just pick it up. And you also have to figure out what spot is the spot to actually jump up. This is probably right. Yes, it is. So if you hop up on the wing, you can just walk on it like this and get up this way and make this little jump to get to the ladder. And now we can go back up top. There's actually a gargoyle as well, but the gargoyle should be very easy because of this weapon. So once we're up here, and what is kind of funny is that when you are running to get to the boss, you can see this location, and there are a lot of bloodstains normally over there because people are trying to jump to it because they don't know they have to go to the dragon and climb up the dragon to get to it. I'll show you when I go to the boss. Hopefully there will be bloodstains. But right over there, that's the way to the boss. And if we come this way, you can see where the golden seed was, and you can see those enemies there. I don't think they even attack you. Also, you can make your way back up top over here. There's nothing new up there. I don't believe so. So I wouldn't worry about that. And also, I do believe somewhere around here you can drop down. I think it's here. Like, you can look and see down there, which you think you could maybe jump down there. I'm pretty sure that's death, so don't even try that. But we need to basically go down this way, and from here we can actually get to where the gargoyle is. Let me see. Is this the right location? It is, but let me find the other one, because that is kind of a bad spot there. We actually would fight the gargoyle from there, and from the other spot we can cheese the gargoyle, which is what I'm going to recommend that we do. So let's run back, and we can go down this staircase. This is where that lever was to open up that door. There it is. Can't do anything with it right now. But the gargoyle is over here in the corner. So try to get the gargoyle close to you. And then I'm just using my mixed potion. Come on. Come on over to me so I can cheese you. Here we go. He's coming. And now he's going to get destroyed. I'm not even sure if he can even... Okay, never mind. He can hit you, but he can't really hit you good. That's the big thing. And yeah, just totally cheese him with the weapon. Spam away. He should fall over again here in a second, if I can actually hit him. Okay, there we go. And if you did have any type of range, I mean, this would work with any range, to be honest. So like spells and stuff, you can easily take them out using that location. But over here, we can see the legendary item, which is the Somber Ancient Smithing Stone. Now, I don't think there's anything else down here. So, I mean, you can look around. I'm just going to quickly look. But I don't think there's anything else. And again, the whole area is so massive that it's just crazy. I mean, you could sit here for an hour looking around. And there's just not a lot of stuff. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm just still looking at this point. I'm going to try to head back. And I want to go and grab the item from the gold mask to get the gold mask set. And then I will go ahead and go back to the round table. Now, the reason why I want to go back to the round table is to turn in the rest of these bells I've been collecting. And I'm just going to like talk about that. And then I still want to go ahead and buy the rest of these spells too. I want to turn in those books I was talking about. So let me see. I'm just going to go back all the way. And I will make my way. I could have just probably poured it to the Grace. That would have been probably better because I'm more than likely going to get lost here. Let's see. So from the dragon, if we just kind of go this way. I mean, here's what you do. If you ever are looking for the right spot, just look for that giant spear. If you see that spiral spear, that's where you need to go. That's going to be where you can find the actual location of the boss. And I'm also just kind of looking around just to see if there's any random items spread out here. So far, nope. Alright, well, let's make our way to Gold Mask and grab that. Then I'm going to go back to the round table. I feel like I keep, like, getting close to where the boss is, and I keep remembering something, and I keep going back, but hey, it's all important, right? So again, we're just going to cross this bridge. Make sure you jump, that way you don't just walk off. And we just need to make our way over to where Gold Mask was, and his items should be there for us. Okay, let's see, there it is. I don't know why they do this. I mean, it's so easy to miss that just because you come over, you get that rune item for the ending, and then you never come back, and you miss the actual armor. Now, another thing too I want to point out. One is, yeah, the round table is on fire, which is pretty sick. Let me go ahead and buy this armor, because I may have forgot. So let's come over here. This finger is dead. Also, at this point, if you want to like get these spells and stuff, go for it, right? And if you want to go ahead and use all of the walking mausoleums to get all this stuff, to get extra copies of things, go for it. Because this is the moment to do it. If you want to get like the weapon and the spell, that is what you can do. So there we go, we got all those spells now. And the one girl, the spirit tuning girl, she's over here. The blacksmith is still here. But when you do beat the game, don't think that you're going to be thrown right into New Game Plus. They give you the option to keep playing. So if you pick that option, you can then, at any point, I think at the round table, you have to use the grace here in the round table. You can say, I want to start New Game Plus. So that's really nice. And the only ending, by the way, that we don't have access to is actually the Dung Eater ending. Because I turned him into a puppet, we don't have that ending as an option, but we have like all the rest of them. And I guess technically we don't have the Chaos ending anymore because I used that one item and now that's lost. But that ending, you don't need to worry about that. Pretty much just give all the bells to this thing and we can actually look at the shop, see if there's anything we want to maybe buy. And, you know, the main thing here would be spells. If there's any spells you see that you haven't bought yet, you can always just buy them. That way you have them for the future and stuff. And I think I'm good. I have pretty much everything. But turning in those items, you can also at this point buy these upgrade materials. So you can get all of them. Now what's kind of interesting, and it's a little confusing, is that the Somber 9, you can get Somber 9s, but the Smithing Stones only go up to 8. But that's like their limit. It takes you all the way up to 24. So it's a little confusing because you'd think there would be like Smithing Stone 9s, but there's not. Also, I guess I will buy this item. Never bought that. And I will buy these rune arcs as well. Why not? Now, let me go and turn in these spell books so I can get the rest of the spells. Some of these spells are going to be pretty cool. Definitely recommend getting them now. So this is the reason you use the Church of Vows. That way you can always turn in the books and buy all the spells this way. Definitely the better way of doing it than giving it to like an NPC that's going to move around and stuff. But go ahead and give him the prayer books. And one more. I think we're good now. And yeah, just make sure you buy all the spells if you want them. You know, you don't have to waste your runes like this, but to me, I'm kind of a perfectionist. Even if I'm a melee build or something like that, I will generally just buy all the spells because I want them all, right? So now, finally, we can go back, and I need to go to the capital, but I want to find where that little guy is. And hopefully, I can actually do the remaining part of his quest. So I'm going to cut this ahead, and I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Okay, well, just realized I didn't buy any of the armor. That's a shame. Now, another thing, too, you could buy all this armor. If you want to get all the armor, you can do this. There's some pretty cool ones here. If you remember, like I talked about that boss, I thought he was like the coolest looking boss. You can buy his armor, and this is some cool looking armor. So typically, I do buy his armor. But yeah, I mean, you can buy any of these armors. They're all pretty cool. Now, I'm going to go back. So, my bad. I actually got distracted. And I started like turning in all the remembrance. So let me find it again. Don't need to cut it ahead this time. I'm just going to go right back. And hopefully he's going to have the option. I actually loaded up and looked. I'm like, wait, what? No option? So let's see. Is there an option now? I'm sorry. Okay. Now, this does have like different endings and stuff. But I'm just going to give this to him. And basically what this does is that it allows you to alter these boss armors. That's basically all this is going to do. But let me see. I don't know which one is the right one to do. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care. I'm going to be honest. But yeah, there are different endings. I know one of the endings, he can become a human again. But I believe he goes to like where Randy is. Let me just pick all these options. Hey, we actually got an emote out of that. So that's kind of cool. Okay, here we go. So yeah. Oh wait, what? What happened? So yeah, if you give him this, does this turn him back into the human? Please wait. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Please wait. Yeah, let me go back to that location real quick and see, does anything change? First of all, let me rest here. See if he moves. That's a good question. He did move. So now, let's actually head over here. And if you do need a respec or something like that, this is the time to do it, because we're about to actually start fighting the final bosses and stuff. Now, yep, there he is, and he is human again. Now, I think he dies, though. So yeah, that's kind of creepy. I'm going to be honest, man. Yeah, that's just creepy looking. And let's load the area again, because he might be dead now. You know how it goes, right? All the NPCs. It's tragic, man. But here's the thing. If you don't want him to die, don't give him that item. Like, don't do the rest of that. That way you can keep using him to alter your stuff. Okay, so now finally, let's go back to the capital and let's actually fight these bosses. The very first one is extremely easy for the most part. I mean, I'm saying that, but watch me get wrecked or something, but very easy boss. And then after that, it gets a little bit harder. Now, because of some of the things I've set up, the final boss, which I would definitely say could be challenging, should be fairly easy. But the second to the last boss, I don't know. Like, he is up there for me. And what's very interesting about this particular boss is that a lot of people don't really rank him that high in terms of difficulty, and I don't know why. I have had some like real trouble against this guy. Now we're gonna cheese him, so it's probably not gonna be too bad. But one of the things about this boss is that you have to like jump and stuff, and he's just very hard to not get hit. Now if you have like an overpowered shield, it should make the fight a joke. But if you actually have to dodge him, if you have to like jump to avoid attacks and stuff, it's tricky. It's very tricky. Okay, so once we come up here, we can go inside. I'm just looking around real quick. And the moment we get in, make sure I have my black knife ready. Let's walk in. He's gonna start talking here. And we're going to chug. And now we're going to summon the black knife. And because he's a human, he's gonna dodge like freaking crazy. He can also heal. So if you don't know who this is, by the way, this is the guy, the all-knowing, the leader of the round table. So yeah, I guess he healed because he got a lot of his health back. And let me chug. Nice. But yeah, of course the big issue with any human is that they dodge like freaking crazy. And you can always manipulate the AI. So if I just run in and melee and stuff, I feel like that's gonna work pretty good. Wow, the black knife is knocking him down and stuff. Just block that. Alright, come here. Smacked him good. One more hit. Got him. Now he's gonna talk a lot. And I mean a lot. And another thing too, you can come out this way, and there's really nothing out here. There may be that one item if you never grabbed it, but I'm not even gonna bother going out that way. There's no reason. Same with like going up top in this area, because of course we are in like the area which is close to the Queen's bedchamber grace. So we're basically in the same area we've been before. But this does give you an opportunity, if you didn't miss anything here, that you can actually go and get it at this point. But we got everything here, so I don't think there's anything new that we need to grab. So yeah, I mean, like, there would have probably been an item over to the right there. You know, there's stuff like that. There was the prayer book up top. But again, we don't need to really worry about any of this stuff. So we can kind of just push forward and actually get to this grace. Which there is a new item in there. There's a spell, which is a pretty powerful one. And I need to equip the spell, because we're going to use a spell which is going to give us an amazing amount of defense versus holy damage. The final boss of the game does a ton of holy damage. And if you use this spell, you take like so much less damage from some of these attacks. It's just mind-blowing. Especially if you don't use the spell, you can see the difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop a Great Rune now, and let me equip this spell. We also need to put a seal on for that spell, so let me do that. Now I would recommend probably using one that has no weight on it. So yeah, all of these have weight. Well, this one doesn't, but it doesn't really matter either which one you choose. As long as you can cast the spell, that's all that really matters. And let's go ahead and find this spell. So this one is, we gotta scroll down, I believe, here it is, the Lord's. Yep, that's the one, because it negates holy damage. And you want the one that says greatly negates holy damage, because there are two. There's one that's just, it negates it somewhat. Okay, now this boss we're about to fight, like I said, I personally feel like this boss is not easy, but we are gonna choose him. The big thing is, he's got 2 stages. In stage 2, and you know you're in stage 2 because of the cutscene, immediately run away. Like, the moment like you get to stage 2, try to get away from him, because he's going to try to grab you. And if you have to roll to get away, he's going to have a lot of giant AoE attacks that he'll do. Most of this stuff we should be able to block, though. So I'm not too worried about that, and you don't need to actually use this spell. I don't think it really matters for this guy. It's going to be for the next guy. But let's get our black knife ready, and we're going to, of course, use our mixed potion. Let's do it! Oh, God. Okay, so The moment that it starts, I'm running away just to get some space so I can use that. Use that. I'm gonna get hit. Yes, I did. Get away from him. He also has like these giant like earth attacks. Those attacks can destroy you. And by the way, look how much damage he's actually doing to the Black Knife. That's kind of insane. I did knock him down though. Black Knife is doing its thing. You can't reduce his health, which is like crazy. Now he does give himself hyper armor. So he can like no longer really be stunned. And he's gonna start doing these stomp attacks. And I mean, look at the stomps. Look at the stomps. Like, the AoE is just massive. And yeah, he closes the distance against you very quickly. But at half health, he's gonna initialize stage 2. Oh my god. No, no, no. Oh man, I'm telling you, man, this boss. I don't know why people don't rank him higher, because that's crazy, right? Now that giant explosion that he does, I feel like you almost have to roll out of the way of that. I'm not even sure if you can really block that or not. But also, I should have just like hit him. I should have spammed and hit him again because he was about to hit phase 2. But I wanted to heal, so that was actually my mistake. Try not to make that same mistake. And just remember, in stage 2 though, get ready to run. Now this should be a little bit easier because normally, whenever you have the cutscene, he's gonna be like right close in your face. Right now, he's pretty far away, which is good. So I do want to recover though. Uh-oh. I don't really care that much though, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, it's interesting. He's like the only boss that doesn't get affected by that Black Knife effect where he loses like that chunk of health. So that's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna take the time real quick and recover. Let's go grab that. This is something that can get you killed in the Souls games. Anytime like you need to go and grab your stuff, you can get killed very easily. There we go, knocked him down. Hopefully, I can actually get him to stage 2 like right now. Please, use that, come on. Ah. Now remember, run away and roll. And yeah, that cutscene is crazy. Oh, now his health can be reduced. That's wild. Now, if you have that distance on him like this, hopefully I can just kill him. But that's a giant AoE there. Back up. Ah, yeah, you can't block that. I guess you just cannot. Watch out, that's probably his grab. His grab is insane, by the way. He literally oh god, is that the grab? No. Oh god, oh, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Oh, goodbye. Ah. This guy, man. Now, I tried to roll out the way of that, but it got me. And I don't think you can block either for whatever reason. Like, it just seems like no matter what you do, you're kind of screwed. Pretty insane. Okay, I do need to recover, but I don't want to spam. Oh, hello. Leave me alone. I'm running. Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm not dead, thank God. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god! Leave me alone, man! What are you doing? Are you going hyper armor? I think he did. Oh god, please, go into stage 2. Yes, thank God. Okay, again, run away. And try to just get some distance from him. Leave me alone. Oh god, that's the attack. Block it, please. Okay, I was far enough away, I guess. Use one of these. And yeah, the Black Knife is kind of carrying me right now, which is nice. Oh, by the way, those like giant attacks, those earthquakes that he's doing, you have to like jump over those. If you want to really avoid those, you have to jump. Like, that's the strategy. But, like I said, that's not the easiest thing in the world, and I don't know. When I've seen like these rankings of these bosses, he is not like in the top. I would put him in the top 3 maybe. I don't know. He's up there. I mean, I've struggled against him, and I've helped people fight him, and me and like other people, we have struggled against him. So the cheese, you know, it's the cheese. Like, this weapon and this build is very, very good, but my god. Okay, so I can level up, and I guess I will. Just throw some points in to get some more damage. There we go. And that way, I don't care about my runes anymore. If I die, I'm not even going to bother recovering. I would recommend the same thing to you. Why do I have increased jump attack damage? Oh. Oh. Interesting. Let me look. So this armor must give you increased jump attack damage or something. It does. That's very interesting. And yeah, I noticed that because I just could see the buff, which is like that hooded icon. I don't know. It's got like wings or something, I guess, on it. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so this is the final boss here. And this boss has crazy holy attacks. Now, this boss also has 2 stages. Now, one of the differences, though, is that this boss is going to have full health. So, like, most of these bosses, when they have, like, 2 stages, they are at half health, like when you are at stage 2. So that actually makes it a lot easier. Now, the big thing with this boss is that the second part of the fight, in most cases, is actually easier than the first part of the fight. But you can just get wrecked. I mean, if you get hit, you can get wrecked by any of this stuff. Most of it can be blocked, and with this spell that we're about to cast, this is going to help like a lot. Because a lot of these holy attacks would like half health you. It's going to take a giant portion out of your health. With this spell, it's going to take like very little, like maybe a quarter of your health instead. So definitely, this is the way to go. Also, because this is the final boss, if you want to use anything, use it. So I'm going to use one of those. I'm going to use one of these. And I would even use the stamina thing, but I don't really think I need that. So let me go ahead and cast a spell. Another thing too, when you do defeat stage 1, make sure to try to quickly cast that spell again for stage 2, if you can. And try to heal, try to recover FP, all of it. Let's do it. Alright. Chug that. Summon, probably going to get hit here. Okay. I did get hit, but not for a lot, which is good. The thing that makes this boss too so annoying is it has like after effects. If you're trying to like get in close to do melees, you can just get completely wrecked. All of these holy attacks, they have like this after effect to it, and it gets super frustrating. But you can block, which is nice, and just try to let this, oh, that's the grab. Get away. Oh god, I didn't get away from, ow. Okay, well my thing triggered, so it saved my life. And yeah, that thing just hit me hard. But what I was trying to say is, you know, hopefully it would get on the black knife so I can actually start spamming. Because it does fall over, we can do some big damage. And this is a giant attack. Keep blocking, okay? Because even that, looking at the black knife, it doesn't matter. And now, quickly recover. And cast the spell. And we are good. Okay, so start spamming immediately. Now you can do some massive damage here. The black knife can also help. And you can kind of knock this thing over. Oh god, oops. The big thing with this boss is that it's gonna like go to the other side of the map. It can make it kind of frustrating, but yeah, you can get some crazy damage on it. I'm gonna try to run close to it, but it's probably gonna fly up in the air. It is. Now, if you look, this is going to be a ring attack. What you have to do here is just run and jump. So run and jump over the ring, and boom, you're good. And that does get harder though. Like when it does it a second time, it's gonna get a lot harder. Now this is a crazy attack where you have tons of projectiles coming after you, and of course it's gonna do the ring again? That's not fun. Okay, so this is gonna be harder now, so jump over 1, jump over 2, jump over 3, and get out of the circle, boom. And let's try to get close. That's gonna be a fire attack. Just block that. Okay. Probably gonna do its range like sword attack now. Just get out of the way of that. Yep. So just block this. Keep blocking too. There's 4 of it. Chug. Now hopefully the black knife will hit it again. And we're gonna have a bunch of stuff coming after us. Just keep blocking that. Again, if you don't have that effect, and I think it did wear off, which is my defense versus holy, these attacks can do some crazy damage. Crazy damage to you. Alright. There we go. I don't want to equip the shield. A couple more hits, and we're gonna be good. I don't even know what that is. Okay, it's more of this. But again, just block that. I've seen so many people get wrecked by that stuff, by the way. Oh my god, it's crazy. That's just normal melees there. Come on. I should be healing and being safe, but I'm being a dummy. What is that? That's a giant explosion. That's a cool explosion, that's for sure. Alright, am I in range? I'm not. See, here's the thing. It's going to drive you insane. Okay, let's block. I keep, like, two-handing my shield by accident. Oh, my god. Lock this. Double chug. I'm out of potions, and the black knife! It carried me. The worst thing is just trying to get close to this boss. But I do think that that boss is easier than the first phase of the fight. It really kind of is, in a lot of ways. Alrighty. Well, now, this is your choice for the ending. Now, what you can do, and I highly, highly recommend doing this, especially if you haven't played the game multiple times, quit out. Just go ahead and quit out. I've played this for 56 hours, which is crazy. And you can make a backup copy of your save. If you're on the PlayStation, you can upload your save. If you're on Xbox, use like a USB. I don't know what you do on PC, but make a backup copy of your save. And when you load back in, you'll be right here. And you can make that choice of the ending. Now, if you want to see all the endings that you've unlocked, you can just watch them all. But the ones that matters are the ones that will give you trophies and achievements if you're going for like all of them. And I'm going for the platinum. So the ones that will give you the trophies and achievements, one is Rune. So if you've done her quest line, you have this option to summon her. And then the rest of them will come from over here. Hey guys, jumping here from the future just to let you know that I'm an idiot. And for months, I have thought that the Fia ending was one of the trophy or achievement endings. That is not the case. The two trophy or achievement endings you can get at this point is mending the Elden Ring from the option here. That's like the default ending. And the Rune ending that you can get from summoning her. Now, the other trophy or achievement ending is the Frenzy Flame ending. So if you've already used that item, you might be screwed. But what you can do, if you do want to get all three of those trophies or achievements in one playthrough, is unlock the Frenzy Flame ending and don't use the item. You can still fight that boss and just don't use the item. Instead, once you get to the final boss, the Elden Beast, go ahead and make a backup copy of your save right then. Beat the game, get the Frenzy Flame ending, then get your save back, fight the boss again, and when you get to this point, you can then make another backup, and then you can do both the Rune and the mending of the Elden Ring endings to get both of those trophies or achievements. And at that point, you would have them all. So what I was able to do was I got an old backup copy of my save, and I just speed ran the game to get to this point because I wanted to get that platinum. And I just really feel like an idiot for thinking this entire time that it was the Fia ending and not realizing that it was the Frenzy Flame ending, and that was the one I needed for my final trophy to get my platinum. He did.
Lord of frenzied flame. I will seek you as far as you may travel. To deliver you what is yours.
Damn. I was not expecting that. That was actually pretty crazy. And man, she wants us dead, dude. That is messed up. Well, I'm gonna skip this, I guess, just because I don't want to watch the credits. And no, I do not want to start Journey 2. Now, the big issue here is I actually need to get my save back again and actually properly go through the rest of the game a second time and get all the items and stuff, because I do plan on using this file to do any type of DLC that will come out. So I will continue a Noob's Guide. It's going to be, of course, a shorter guide. It's going to be a separate thing too for any DLC. And hopefully we get some soon, because it's been a minute. And I'm just assuming that it's going to be pretty massive and epic. I'm pretty hyped. So hopefully we will see something about that very soon. But man, this has been a journey. I've had a lot of fun making this walkthrough, guys. You have been awesome, helping me out, giving me tips, letting me know when I miss something. I make these walkthroughs for the future, because to this day, people are still watching my Noob's Guides for all of the Souls games and Bloodborne. I get comments, I get views, I get likes, I get people telling me on how much they help. I want these to be relevant. My only regret with this walkthrough has been that Somber 7. If I could go back in time, I would have never grabbed that thing. Instead, I would have changed my strategy to get to the capital sooner. That way I can get the Somber 7 the legit way. And I just really didn't see them patching that. That's my only regret. I see comments all the time about it. People are confused, and people think that they can't do certain things because they don't have their weapon upgraded like mine. It is a nightmare for me. So that is the only issue with this walkthrough. Outside of that, I do think it is very good. I think that it's going to help people for years to come. Well, I would really appreciate it, guys, if you could like this video and go and like all of the Noob's Guide. That would be awesome. The entire series. I would appreciate it. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see more of this when DLC comes out. If you want to see future Noob's Guides for the other FromSoft Souls games, I will be making them. But outside of that, I really do hope that everyone has a very nice day. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.